So all of this, of course, makes the stakes tremendous tonight for both of these candidates. Trump may now be dealing with the biggest challenge that he has faced yet. Chris Stirewalt is Fox News digital politics editor and joins me here on Washington University campus in St. Louis. Chris, what does he have to do tonight, and can he save it?
Well, first of all, ain't this a hell of an election? I mean, I did not think in my life that I have not lived a good enough life to deserve to get to cover an election this crazy.
Well, we know that.
That is a clear fact. But lordy day, what does he need to do tonight to get back on track? I think what he needs to do tonight to get back on track is to be humane, kind, gentlemanly, and decent.
But how does he dispatch with the elephant in the room?
Well, he has to say it.
Right off the bat.
You got to eat the whole elephant. You got to say, I'm sorry, I was wrong. And remember here, the controversy isn't about him using locker room talk. The controversy here is about him bragging, and there's no evidence that he did it, but him bragging about doing what would be a potentially criminal offense if you did it to a woman. If he really did the things that he said he did, then that would be a huge deal. So he needs to apologize for it, he needs to take ownership of it, and then he needs to be kind, he needs to be humane, and he needs to be decent. But the signals that are coming out of Trump and Trump Tower right now are full Monty, accuse Bill Clinton of rape, talk about Huma Abedin, ride this thing all the way down.
He should have learned by now that his campaign always gets on better ground when he makes it about the issues. Right. When he talks about the people of America, when he talks about what he wants to do for them, when he talks about the borders, when he talks about jobs, when he talks about regulations in this country, that's where he's on the stronger ground. So if he wastes his time tonight going into territory that's been unsuccessful for him before, can he succeed doing that this time?
No. So the mutually assured destruction. Trump has been threatening. If you talk about me, I'm going to talk about you. And he said last time he made the very thinly veiled threat when he was on stage in the last debate at Hofstra University. He says, well, there are things that I wanted to say, but they told me to say, but I just couldn't do it because they're so terrible. Well, now we come to the moment where not the worst thing imaginable, but a very bad thing has been put out on Donald Trump. And now he has to choose. Does he take his medicine, say I'm sorry again, he has to repeat I'm sorry, and then move on and be gracious, deferential? I mean, he has a very winning way about him when he chooses to be. A winsome, kind, slightly self-effacing. If you remember the interview he did with Megyn Kelly, he was quite charming in that interview. And if he can bring that setting here tonight, yeah, he could do something good.